Well, welcome back to Happenings.
Welcome back to Happenings.
Okay. And speaking of love, still on February 19th, DJ FM threw a party as well, a Valentine's Day party, which I didn't attend, but you've told me so much about it.
But this was a very, very good party. I mean, I wasn't there. I wasn't at the party, but it was a fantastic party from what I can pull out, as only FM can organize. You know, this was a nice setting, a nice event, and noise was there. I mean, it was really loud. It was one of those parties that you come in and you begin to dance and you don't stop till you leave. That was the type of event it was, and wonderful, wonderful, great job FM. Great job for our host DJ Mr. FM. So this is something that if you didn't attend this time, please look forward to attending the next event. FM Pro Sound will be there waiting for you to show up.
Mm-hmm. Congratulations, DJ FM. And speaking of love, and I'm so excited, our community celebrated 2 weddings.
Absolutely.
These past 2 weeks.
Exactly. I mean, this is an opportunity for us to say congratulations to Trisha and Mario Mukala on the wonderful, wonderful, sumptuous way of honoring our African traditions with their traditional wedding, which was held on the 12th. As a matter of fact.
No, it was
on the 19th. I'm sorry.
It was on the same day as a DJ FM's party, so most people did start over at the wedding.
That's
and
right.
The after party is, as Africans like to do,
as always,
was DJ FM's party.
Exactly. Well, congratulations to Trish and congratulations to Mario for this wonderful event, and we wish you all the best in your new life together.
New beginning.
Why not? So basically, God bless you on that one.
And also we have Andrea Kimbuta and Gautier Matombi that also what we call Kangalupangu. Can you explain a little bit about that?
What it is I mean, in African tradition, of course, it's pretty much what we would compare as an official engagement party. That's what it was. But we do it in a way we celebrate our ancestors and honor our families. We have both families come and do a ceremony where officially the woman is taken and reserved for that man. In this case, Andrea was taken and reserved for Gautier Matombi. So it's a promise of marriage. It's an engagement celebration. Of course, very colorful in an African way. The storytelling, the pretending, this and that. I mean, you should be a part of it. This was wonderful. And I mean, I can't get tired of it. I mean, I've done so many of these things. As a videographer, as a photographer, but I can never get tired of watching that ceremony. Very colorful, and congratulations to the couple and to the families.
We wish you well.
That's right. And to continue with our notes of happenings, actually, just want to announce things that are coming up next. We know that there's a gala being prepared right now. It's called the DFW Women International Gala of Hope.
Who is organizing
This is actually this Saturday. It's happening at the Mountain of Prayer Church. This is being organized by the Women Ministry of the Mountain of Prayer. It's Women of Excellence, they call. And this is the second gala, as a matter of fact. The first gala was held not too long ago, actually. We had the presence of the Ivory Coast singer.
I was there.
Exactly.
Yes,
so
I
we cannot forget that. And this one is happening this Saturday. We all are invited to be there to be a part of this big celebration. And of course, we're looking forward to great things happen on that event.
I was there, so it's good.
You can't miss that.
Definitely attend.
Absolutely.
Okay.
On the other note, we also have a 7th annual Spring Prophetic Conference. This time is being organized by the All Nation International Ministry with Fresh Aroma International Ministry with Mama Mwaka. And Prophetess Mama Mwaka and Apostle Darius. This is going to be a 4-day event. It's happening in March here. It's going to be on 2108 Herd. Well, just read CBNEXT. You'll be able to see more on that event. But this is something you should be looking forward to having. So it's a great international event with great men of God coming from Nigeria, coming from California. So it's going to be a wonderful event not to miss. Definitely check us out on CBNEXT.com and find out more about this event.
Okay. Well, That sounds like the month of March is also going to be really busy.
March is going to be busy. March is going to be busy. Well, actually, we did not mention that there was also a celebration, well, an event actually held by the Daughter of Zion. I believe that's one of the monthly meetings. They did have a meeting
to end off
exactly
February
on
the 27th.
27th, exactly. So wonderful events, and we've all been spoiled with all these activities. As exhausted as we are, we're still looking forward to the month of March.
And you can't forget my favorite little boy, Lukey.
Oh, yes.
The last event that we actually did.
The last event of February.
Boy Scout.
There you go. Well, we want to say congratulations to Luke Chiteya, who basically became an Eagle Scout. I think he's no longer a Cub.
He's no longer a Cub. He's no longer there. He's an Eagle, and I really love that organization, actually.
Absolutely, and we have to note the participation of the parents, Mr. and Mrs. Chiteya, I mean, who are so supportive to their son, actually. This is an example to follow. I mean, most boys would like to see that, and this is an event that they want to make sure that is commemorated by being recorded and taken care of by ourselves, CBNEXT, and wonderful events and wonderful ceremony. This is a way of bringing out leadership into a young person as early as possible age that you can do that. And you know what? I'm excited about it. This is something that I'll encourage other parents to do.
And I love it. It really teaches them so many values in life. And one thing that I really admire is how their lifestyle parallels to the Christian principles that we do have. So I really, really love that. And like I went home that night and I was like, Mom, Dad, we've got to sign my little brothers up. Because, you know, it's never too late to start.
It's never too early to be a leader.
It's never too early.
That's how I look at it. I mean, greatness starts at the earliest possible age. Don't wait for you to become something or graduate this or that to start becoming a leader. You become a leader as early as possible. I mean, when you're 8, 10 years old, these are the time where you actually forge a leader's mind. And these are the time you enforce the principles that you want a good person, a good leader in a community to have and to hold. You know, this takes us to pretty much what's happening around the world today. One of the main things that's happening are the protest events in North Africa, mainly in Tunisia, Egypt, and now in Libya.
Yes, I've just heard about Libya, but one thing that I was really touched about was Egypt. Like, I can't believe they had a president for 30 years. That's crazy.
Well, not surprising, but this has been a part of the American policy. Mubarak was an ally of the American for a very long time. I mean, he was a force for stability, yes, but at the same time, I mean, you cannot oppress your own people like that and think you can just get away with it because you have the support of the U.S. I mean, you saw how easily the U.S. just give their back to Mubarak. I mean, were they supposed to support him because he's been an ally, or were they supposed to go against the people, or were they supposed to back the people up? I believe they back the people up, and history is probably going to prove them right. The people are sovereign. The people are the ones that hold the power, and if there's any power existing till now, even in those countries that we call dictatorship countries, I believe the people hold the power. Because if the people decide to go on the street, you know what, as a president, you will leave.
You're going to leave.
Unless you're Gaddafi.
But I mean,
refuse to go anywhere.
It seems so easy, like, wow, they protested and he was gone. But then I realized people shed some blood, you know? People had to die for that cause.
It wasn't exactly what it was. Quiet compared to many other revolutions, compared to what's happening in Ivory Coast right now. I mean, we believe that all this is a part of a revolution. There's a change happening, a deep change happening in the people. Unfortunately, we still have those leaders with no values whatsoever. And I believe these are the values that we're talking about the young Luke.
Luke and the Boy Scout.
If you have those values from the time you are young, you preserve them and you use them, and you respect others, you respect your neighbor, you respect people that you are running, and you serve them. You don't act like their boss. You don't tell them what to do and force them to march for you or kill for you. I mean, that's exactly what's happening with Gaddafi, and that's also what's happening with both Alassane Ouattara and Laurent Gbagbo. I'm not trying to define the political atmosphere. I know we can debate
It can go on forever.
As far as who's right, who's wrong. But if these people were truly leaders, they would have thought about their people. They would have thought, you know what's better for my people? Isn't it better for them to be in peace? I mean, Mandela spent 30 years in prison rather than just go out there, start trouble, and kill people. I mean, he was patient. I don't see that in any of those two leaders.
We're so quick to rushing.
Exactly. I mean, they'd rather see that people suffer right now. They're in stalemate. I mean, 50%, 50%. That's what? What are they expecting? To divide the country into? And then what? At least they'll be called president and they'll be the leaders? I mean, this is no leadership.
I think it's just individual. They're forgetting that they have to lead a country. People are just going about their individual benefits. And that really... That is absolutely right. I mean, this is, as far as the African leaders are concerned, they have to realize that there's something greater than them out there. The people are greater than them. If they really care about their country, they will respect what the people's will are. If the people say, please leave, leave. If the people want you there, they'll tell you, they'll vote. Okay.
I mean, in some cases, you gotta have it in your heart. You have to realize that there are things that are bigger than us that we cannot stop. And I believe that this is a message to the people of Africa, people of Congo. I mean, you have the power. The power is not in the hand of one person. Once the people get rid of the fear like they did in Egypt and like they're doing in Libya or like they did in Tunisia, they will walk in the street and no dictator can stop them.
That's right.
No dictator can stop them.
Well said.
Well, in that note, anyways, I mean, this is a good parenthesis. That basically, the truth about it is the reason why all this is happening, not just in Africa, in the North African countries or even in the Middle East right now. It's not just because these people have no democracy. It's not because they long for democracy. The reality is that the unequal distribution of wealth in those countries. And I don't believe it's just not a country matter. It's also in some ways the international matter. I mean, the U.S., Europe, absolutely. I mean, personally, I believe that dictatorship is a product of imperialism. They want to make sure that they maintain their own person on top of certain countries so that they can continue the domination of those countries. Same thing in the Middle East. I mean, the game here is to maintain control of the wealth, which is oil in the Middle East. That's why they would, favor certain type of dictators. They wouldn't care about the people, really. I mean, these countries are free countries. If people decide to have a certain type of religion, then let them have it.
So speaking of oil, could that explain why the gas prices are going up?
Good point. Good point.
These countries?
Well, you're actually making my point right now, because we know that the U.S.'s oil does not come mainly from the Middle East. It comes from Canada and from Mexico or from South America. So why is it that when there's turmoil in Libya, from where America doesn't practically get anything as far as oil is concerned, why do we have to have a rise of price in the pump? So this is just to tell you that all these multinational companies, all these companies are playing big roles in all of these companies and all of these conflicts around the world. I mean, the same companies, they're just basically trying to protect their own interests. And who's suffering? It's the people. It's us.
It's us. I can't understand that correlation between what's out there and here, but I guess politics.
Well, it is a global world now. It is a global world. But I mean, this is just my way of saying people of America, the governments of America and Europe have to start really realizing that the distribution of wealth is just too uneven in the world. That's one of the reasons why we have terrorism. I believe that's one of the reasons why we have so many problems with immigration here. And this immigration problem is not going to stop unless these people understand that this wealth is not just for us. We need to spread it out. We need to invest into Africa. We need to invest into schools in Africa. Give them a sense of hope. Give them a sense of development, a sense of purpose. Let's be all a human being and let's all have a common purpose of taking care of our planet, taking care of our world. If we think that the world is just America, that's a big mistake. And that's not going to solve the problems of America. Let's make this world a better place. That's right. Let's make it a better place. Let's do it together, Africans, Americans, Europeans, and Asians. I mean, this planet belongs to us all, not just to America, who controls probably over 30 or 60% of the wealth of the world. That's just unbelievable. But injustice has to stop at all levels. Exactly. And we have to fight it, one way or another. You can't give up. There you go. Well, this was happening with Ange Mukadi
and Naomi Silamba.
We are very pleased to have brought some news to you. Hopefully we brought warmth and happiness, and we are looking forward to seeing you next time on CBNEXT.
All right. Thank you for joining us.
All right.
All right. See you next time.
See you next time.